Welcome to the Empire. It's the Eskimo Empire podcast. Welcome back to the Turf District Empire podcast. And we are a proud member of the Alberta Podcast Network, powered by ATB. And of course, we are a part of the Canadian Football Podcast Network of the CFPN. Make sure you check out all the great shows on both networks. I am your host, Andrew, and like I said before, welcome to the Turf District, where we come down and talk about CFL football, Eskimos football, and of course, all of the fun football moments that we like to talk about. But of course, I need my partner in crime, and of course, it is... now, let me just get this set properly. I need to make sure that we have this properly introduced. Here we go, Mike. Superfan Mike. Very nice.
I feel like Bobby Bittman from SCTV.
Bobby Bittman. Wow, you're really pulling out the recent references. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I passed the Bob and Doug statue today.
Oh, excellent.
Driving the office, and I'm like, oh, there it is.
I know. I still got to go there. I got to go down there and crack open a beer and sit beside them. I'm sure that's allowed, right?
Oh, yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Oh, I mean, come on. We're going to be there anyway. So Superfan, this is a little bit different. We haven't done it like this in a while. It's just you and me.
It is.
I know.
Just kind of a couple of dudes hanging out.
Yeah.
Talking some football.
Yeah, not as much football as we'd like to be talking about, but...
Tyler says that if I'm Bobby Bittman, then you must be Jerry Todd.
Oh, perfect. I've always wanted to be Jerry. Just when I've been waiting to be Jerry. Gold Jerry. It's gold. That's right.
Different Jerry.
Jerry. Yes, I know. Just it's always fun. So we have no commissioner tonight because she is celebrating her nephew's graduation, and so congratulations to him. And
absolutely.
And always glad that she's getting to have some family time. And as much as we miss her, we understand. So
for sure.
So
good kid too.
Absolutely.
We got to meet him at the tailgate.
Yeah, great kid and playing football. So I mean, really in the long run, she is doing football things.
Exactly. That's true. More than we are.
Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So how was Father's Day for you, man?
It was great. I actually should have brought it. They got me something made for Father's Day, which was pretty awesome.
Awesome.
There's a local company here called Anvil Metal Art,
Yes.
and they did my house numbers. Uh,
Yes,
I'm
the
not sure what that
wonderful
was,
green and
but
gold
you know,
ones. Yes.
yeah. So they got an Eskimo logo made up out of steel.
Awesome.
So it's all powder coated. So it's going to go out in the fence outside. It's going to look really cool.
That's outstanding. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And the backyard's almost done.
Yeah, just gotta get a couple more things left, just a shed and then a play area for Thomas, and it's done.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, did you get the actual pergola up? I didn't.
Pergola's up.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know that yet. I
Yes.
didn't see it. Sorry, man. I'm usually a
Yeah,
little
the
more.
pergola's up. The fence is up.
Oh, that's outstanding. That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
so we've got a nice spot for the TV for watching during an indoor tailgate or outdoor
I was gonna
tailgate at
say it
the
would be
backyard.
outdoor tailgate at that point, I would
But
think.
it feels like it's indoor because you got the pergola. It's
There's
great.
a couch, there's a fire in the middle of the table. This is all. I
Exactly.
don't know what more you would need. Well, other than actual
Football.
football games. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Be great for a live away game.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, we could stream from your pergola. That'd be awesome.
Yes,
Ah,
there we
I like
go.
this. This is a new Periscope idea. Yeah.
There we are.
Away games with Empire Andrew and Superfan Mike from the couch. The
Exactly.
backyard couch. I've been waiting for that.
The backyardigans.
Yeah. That is my version of the backyardigans, and it's way better.
Yeah.
There's less songs, but although
Well, thank
you've
God.
watched a game with me, you know what happens when they score a touchdown. There's a lot of
That's
songs,
true.
yeah, or a
There
lot of
are.
running around and very excitement, lots of excitement. Vidal Hazelton. Yeah, that's been
I
a
love
while
that song.
since I get to say that one, but still,
And going to be a while
I
again.
love that song. That was good. That was well played. That was very good.
Andrew top 40. All right.
Yeah, this is so. None of us need that. No,
No.
no, none of us need that. What else you been up to the last couple of weeks, man?
Well, setting up stuff in the football room finally. I've been sort of wondering what to do with the signed footballs. So I finally have that kind of organized. So I'm kind of in the middle of getting it done now. So everything's kind of blurred in the background right now until it's ready to go. And then maybe in the next podcast, we can have a big reveal.
Ooh.
Maybe that'll be the Horde and Tell. It'll be the
I
room.
like this. I like this idea a whole lot.
Yeah, we can just bring the camera around and
Yeah.
it'll be guerrilla style. It'll be great.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Or Blair Witch style as we go by.
probably a little more accurate. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
anti-nausea meds are required.
Watch our YouTube live stream. Make sure you take your anti-nausea. Wait, what?
Right, Gravol,
You're right.
sponsored by Gravol.
Perfect. I don't think we're allowed to say that, but okay,
No.
that's good. Yeah, so we don't have a lot of football things to talk about, to be terribly honest. But
Not Eskimo football. I mean, we
no.
could talk about sim football.
Oh, we could do that. Yes,
We could talk
exactly.
that.
Now, I have not had to play a game since some cheater team took out my quarterback.
Yes.
So, although to be fair, I did play. Wait, I didn't do that right. Just for Brazilian tie. To be fair,
There we are.
did. I did play one sim game against my son.
That's true.
And Riley has decided that he does like the game, and so
See?
he played the 2019 Edmonton Eskimos, of course, and I
Right.
played the 2019 Montreal Alouettes. Now,
Oh, there we
if
go.
you so Commissioner would be proud. So going into like Rye was dominating. I couldn't
Right.
do anything. But this was very typical of a 2019 Montreal Alouettes game. I was down 29-10 going into the fourth quarter,
Sounds right.
and I won 32-29. But for some
Woo!
reason, like I told him afterwards, I said you were trying the long pass too much. That was what
Yeah.
that's what hurt. And so I
There you
found a
go.
way, and but I tell you, it's a fun game. I love playing it. So.
You get to be a coach, right?
Yeah.
You get to call the plays. You get to call the defense.
Yeah, and then sometimes you guys execute, and sometimes they're Mike Pringle.
Sometimes they don't.
That's just
Pringle has been helping you or Smitty,
oh
and
god,
both of you
no.
haven't.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be like the greatest, and not so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's almost like what you need is like their 98 or 99 Als or something. And
I was wondering about that actually. I bet you that team would be fun to play with.
yeah, just at least a running back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you still have Calvillo.
Yeah, probably more ham back then, but
Oh,
yeah.
I guess that's true. Yeah, because Calvillo wasn't until the early 2000s when he kind of took over, right?
Yeah, 2000-ish, yeah,
Yeah,
2001.
yeah. Okay. Oh, that's good. See, we found ways to
Or
talk about football.
get the Las Vegas Posse in there.
Well, I'll pass.
There's Calvillo.
You know what? The reason that we need to have that though is just so that we can all pretend to sing the national anthem wrong.
Yes. Oh, Christmas tree.
That's right. Oh Canada, oh Canada. See, all of a
Oh,
sudden the live stream got that much more exciting for everybody.
yeah. Yes.
How many how
Yeah.
many viewers did we lose? All of
All
them.
of them.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
good.
Yeah.
That was my
Hello, Eskimo Trooper. It says, "Hey, superfan Mike and Andrew." So,
excellent.
hey, Eskimo Trooper.
Oh, hey, Eskimo Trooper. I'm glad that you're tuning in. That's fantastic.
That's right.
Yes. How about your sim league? You are in the middle of a game, I believe.
Yeah, currently playing. So I'm doing the 1981 Eskimos, which of course, greatest team ever to exist in the CFL.
Probably.
Um, and we're playing the 2019 Winnipeg. This is the fourth game, and every single game I start slow
Yeah.
every
And
time.
then but you're a second half team.
Yeah, it's kind of like the 1981 Grey Cup, so I guess that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's perfect, isn't
Started
it?
real slow.
Yeah. Real
I
slow.
think, yeah, I think it's 10-8 Winnipeg at halftime.
Wow. Okay. Well, how now is Joe using his
Loaded
juiced
dice?
dice? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, not yet.
No? Oh. Did you test them? Because although if
Yeah,
you
I
test
think
them,
we should.
it's like you're never going to get the results back anyway, so it's fine.
Exactly. We will lose the
I,
results, and
I hope Joe's watching this just because
he just turned it off.
he already knows. He said, "Oh, you're going to be relentless when we play, aren't we?" I mean, yep,
Yeah,
exactly, yep. Oh, look,
just
your cheater ran again. Neat.
yeah, run the up defense every
Every
play.
play. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. AJ's gonna eat that for lunch. Let's go, AJ. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. I think I've had a sack or two from Kepley
Ooh,
and David Boone, maybe. So yeah,
nice. Exciting. That's a close one.
it's just fun getting to watch the old guys play again.
Imaginary watch. That's how we watch
Yes,
right now.
we can still watch.
Hey, it's all it's the theater of the mind.
It's the theater of the mind.
You're welcome.
I'll never remember that ever.
I love the pause. The pause is making it the greatest thing ever. All right. I have a hoard and tell to do today. So
Good.
let me just get to this over here. So, in the turf district, obviously we've had some people in here and we'd love to have more people in here. I would love to have you back in here at some point.
Yes.
Um, and people have seen pictures, and I have a lot of pictures on the wall and lots of signed things. But one of the very first things that I got that was signed was back in training camp in 2002, I believe this was. And I don't. I had never been to a thing where it's be like, okay, I could get a ton of signatures at once. But I went to training camp that year, and it was at Concordia, and so they had the big lineup for signatures afterwards. And luckily for me, they had brought back some of the guys that had been part of the team for before. So this is still one of my, even though it's not, I mean, it's not a massive year or anything like that, but it was one.
2002 was a pretty big year.
I mean, well, yeah, but we didn't win. We lost
Jason
at home.
Tucker's rookie year, Ricky Ray's rookie year.
That's fair. All right, so I I went and they were handing these posters out and I had them signed. So this was my very first one that I got signed. And now
Oh,
I'm going to angle it properly so you can see a little bit. In the top corner there, you've got Ron
oh,
Lancaster.
see
You can
that?
see Singor Mobley in there.
Yeah,
Right under the Edmonton Eskimos, you can see Hugh Campbell in there, and AJ
yeah.
Gass is in there. Ed Hervey is on the far side over
There's Ricky
here.
Ray,
Yeah, Ricky Ray is in there.
right at the logo. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So just there are some massive names on this particular sheet that at the time we didn't really know were going to be huge. But this was also
right.
when they were doing Defend the Turf. So it's a big
Yep.
deal for our good friend JMO. And
It's true.
And yeah, there's ones on there that I was never going to get that signature otherwise. So this one usually takes a fairly prominent spot on the wall, but you only usually see it if you come here.
That is true.
So this is just a different way to kind of show some of the stuff that is going on down here. But
That's true.
one
Well,
of my favorites.
Oh, it's a classic. And again, a great sort of era for the team where they were coming out of that late 90s, early 2000s. Not the greatest time. John Matthews was the coach.
Yeah.
99, 2000. We did not do well in 99.
No. No.
And yeah, sort of defend the turf. That was like 03, 04. We started bringing that back.
Yes. Yeah.
I
So
think 2004 had the schedule defend the turf. So
yeah, exactly. But I'm pretty sure this one was 2003.
yeah, he was. JMO loved that slogan, and rightfully so. So he brought it back year after year.
Well, and it's a great picture too, with the guys lining up on the
Yeah.
line, and then you've got all the signatures on it. So, so yeah, definitely one of my favorite ones, and so I wanted to kind of show that off this evening.
That's awesome.
So-
Beautiful.
I got to take a turn in these Horde and Tells every now and again. I mean, I
Oh,
know
you know.
you've got it all, but we gotta,
No, I don't have that.
fair. That's well done.
See?
That's very good. Should we talk some movie bracket?
Yes, let's.
All right, let's get to our
get some
movie
results.
bracket. Here we go. Now, again, I understand that this is very blurry on a small screen to see the entire movie bracket, but luckily we can zoom in to where we need to go. So, zoom. Here we go. This was last week's battles. Just so that we can see who the winners were. So first battle was Friday Night Lights versus Everybody's All American, and that one was pretty much most of these were actually kind of landslide victories. First one, of course, going to Friday Night Lights.
Right.
Second one was between Comebacks and Waterboy, and that went to the Waterboy. The third one was Invincible versus Canute Rockney All American, and that one went to. Thank you. That one went to Invincible. And the fourth one, We Are Marshall versus Brian Song. Now, this was the closest one. There was probably about a 15% vote difference between the two. But We Are Marshall did pull off that. That
I kind of thought that would be the case. I mean, the fans can't be right about all of them.
Okay.
And in this case, Invincible versus no. I think that these are not really much of a surprise. I think we sort of predicted these four would be the winners.
No, absolutely. But what I find interesting as I was putting these in so that we could say who the winners were, some of the battles already for when this round goes further, like Invincible versus We Are Marshall, that is going to be that should be a very close one. I think it'll be very
Friday Night Lights versus the Waterboy, two very different kinds of movies.
Yes, and I would be surprised if Friday Night Lights didn't go through there, but still,
you never know. People like comedy.
Yep.
People love Adam Sandler.
Oh, you can do
maybe
it.
We're gonna maybe we'll have a double Adam Sandler between the Longest Yard and the Waterboy sometime.
See?
No?
Who knows? Yeah. This is the joy of randomness, folks. The joy of randomness.
True.
All right, so let's see who's in our next frame.
We should see who our picks are.
Sorry?
See who our picks could be.
Absolutely, for this next round. Next round. I don't want to say next round because it's not next round. It's actually just the next quarter that we're doing. So
the next quarter bracket. Yep.
Absolutely. So going down on the bracket, the first battle that we have is both longest yard movies against one another. So the first one from 74 with Burt Reynolds. I was going to say Lancaster, and that was not correct. Burt Reynolds.
No.
Yeah. And
he would have been great in it.
He would have. Yeah, he could have been the coach. You never know.
He could have been in it.
I can't see your face, but I'm laughing because that was an excellent reaction.
Yes.
Okay. Versus the longest yard, the Adam Sandler version from 2000.
Also with Burt Reynolds.
Yes, because he was the coach in that one.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well, who do you got? We'll take turns to going first here. Who do you got in the longest yard battle?
Well, I mentioned this to you over text when we were talking about it. The thing I like about the 74 version is both versions had actual football players in bit parts.
Yes.
But the 74 version had a CFL connection in that Joe Kapp, who played with the BC Lions and Calgary Stampeders before going to the Minnesota Vikings in the NFL, played the walking boss.
Yeah. Cool.
which was kind of cool, and of course played in the game and everything else. So I think that's to me it puts it just over the top.
You know what? And it's been a long time since I've seen the original.
Right. You
Um,
need to.
that really should put me over the top to go with the one with the CFL references, but I really like the Adam Sandler version. So,
Oh, they're both good. They're
so
both
I'm
good.
I'm gonna go with the '05, and so we'll split that one, and then we'll see what happens in the vote.
I'm just gonna see what the fans think.
Absolutely. Now that vote will take place starting on Tuesday, ending on Thursday. So all of these will run
Perfect.
for a couple of days. So just make sure you get your votes in during that time, and we will, tweet them out, and they will be on the Facebook page as well. The
Perfect.
next one is the best of times versus the game plan. Now, the best of times, both of them kind of comedies. One a
Yep.
little more of a family comedy, and the game plan with The Rock being a professional football player that finds out he has an 8-year-old daughter.
Right.
And the best of times with Robin Williams and Kurt Russell trying to relive a game
Yeah.
from
From
high
high
school.
school. Yep. Yeah.
So I will pick first on this one. I wanted to get the movie in there because I really liked it when I first saw it, so I'm going to go with the best of times.
Yeah. I gotta agree with that one. They're both good movies. Both quite got some light moments, very funny moments, but Kurt Russell and Robin Williams. It's hard to beat those two for
Oh,
sure.
anything with Robin Williams really
Yeah, that's true.
likely to get my vote, so it's kind of cheating. But still, best of times versus the game plan. That one will run from Friday to Sunday. This
Excellent.
week. Then the following week, at the beginning of the week, we have one of, I think, the two final battles in here are very big battles. First
Yeah.
one, Radio versus the Gridiron Gang. Now,
More rock.
more rock. Now, I actually watched the Gridiron Gang this week with the boys, and there's a lot of intense moments
Sure.
in that movie. Lots to learn,
Yeah.
and it's a heck of a football movie, though.
Oh, again, both great movies. Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr. Absolutely fantastic. I said maybe if this one gets through, we can have a Cuba Gooding Jr. versus Cuba Gooding Jr. with Jerry Maguire in there later. I think he's in the third
He's in the
grouping. So
third. Yes, he's in the third
yeah,
quarter. Yeah, quadrant. There we go.
there we go. That was
Easy
a
for
good
me to
word.
say. Yeah.
Right? Is it?
No.
Um, no. Both again slightly different kinds of movies. Radio versus Rudy would have been a very
Oh,
interesting one.
would have been amazing. Yeah.
Very similar era that they both came out in, and yeah. But I mean, again, maybe we never know. They may meet up again. We'll
They
see.
could. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So if I'm picking on this one first, I think.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Radio for this one.
All right. It's definitely the heartwarming story. I mean, they both have a little bit of that, and they're both based on real life stories, which is kind of
Right.
nice.
Yeah.
Um, it's been a long time since I've seen Radio. Not that I enjoyed Radio, but I gotta say the Gridiron Gang really hit me. So I think
Right.
I might vote along the lines of the Gridiron Gang this time. So
Excellent.
again,
What a
we're kind of
split.
splitting here. So
There we
that
go.
one will run next week from Monday to Wednesday.
Okay.
And then the last one has the, shall I say, the quote unquote Mac Daddy of the football movies, as most people will say.
That's sure.
Remember the Titans.
Oh, they meant Gus.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair. That's a fair statement.
The Mac Daddy. I mean, come on. Don Knotts, Ed Asner,
That was the one. Yeah.
and a mule.
Yeah.
Come on.
Exactly. Who doesn't want to vote for an ass?
That's gold, Jerry.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see.
With an ass like that, you gotta.
That's right. Oh, where's Commissioner when we need her?
There we
Okay.
go.
This one is going to run from Thursday through Saturday of next week.
Excellent.
Lots of people already looking at the giant picture and saying, "How dare you put these two together at the first round?" And I said, "Well, that's what happens when you use a randomizer."
That's true.
Neat. So, for me, it's I love the program. It's an interesting look into college football,
Absolutely.
but Remember the Titans is likely my favorite movie of all, one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so well done, and
Oh,
the
it's
social
Oscar winner
commentary.
Denzel. Yeah.
It's very well done. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Denzel was phenomenal
Yes.
in this movie, as were the kids that played on the team and everything else. It's going to be super hard to beat, I think, at any point.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to win it all, but
No.
I think it escapes their first round quite handily.
I would think that's probably the case.
Yeah.
And now there was a young actor in that movie, that one of the boys that was playing corner, I think, and he turned in.
Is a total liability.
That's what it is. Yes, total liability. That's what we
Yeah.
learned. Yes.
Oh, Ryan. Okay.
Yeah. It happens. All
Yeah.
right, so join in, get your votes in, and we will make sure that we talk about these in a couple of weeks when we go over the winners from this quadrant and get to the next quadrant.
Yeah. I mean, I put a question into the chat. I said, who should win the 74 or 2005 longest yard? And even they are split.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Eskimo Trooper thinks that 2005 Longest Yard is an awesome movie. Hard to disagree with that.
Absolutely.
But Supermom says it should be the 74 Longest Yard.
Oh.
And you got to do what your mom tells you.
This is what I hear.
So I'm just saying,
You're just
we have a winner.
has to be that. Yeah.
Yep.
Mom says, so we say fine. You know what? I'll
Right.
I'll even change my vote then,
There we go.
Because you know what? I
Perfect.
don't want to get in trouble. That's really what it comes down
No.
to. Yeah.
You really don't.
No, I've heard.
Exactly. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature.
Or mother in
Something.
general.
Or Mother in general. Yeah.
That's probably that's probably where.
It's all the votes we had. Nothing else.
Oh
So
my goodness. All right. So I love the bracket. I think it's fun and
Yes.
nice to see some people getting involved. If
Yep.
once you place your vote, make sure that you share the link so that other
Yeah.
people can find that and get in on the voting as we get farther up. There's going to be some really, really good battles coming. So I'm excited to see where some of this ends up.
yeah, and tell us why you chose what you chose.
Yeah. Give us a comment underneath. Why did you pick that one? Because
Yeah, you might be like, because the other one sucked. That's fine.
that's fine. We'll read out the comments on the podcast, the next podcast. Yeah, all of the comments. So Joe, this is for you. Yeah, he's
Didn't have enough mule.
that's true. That was a good correction of words.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, every one of them is going to be. I picked this because hashtag with that ass you gotta.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, this is fun as always. There, Superfan.
Yes.
We will get to recording the pod where we are going to talk a little bit more about the some of the things that are going on in the CFL as far as what they're trying to plan to get back to the field. What Randy Ambrosie's address from last week kind of brought up. A little bit about how the CFL and the CFLPA could probably do better at talking to each other.
Yes, we need to kind of get them together in a room.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna give some credit to the Third Down Gamble podcast because I was listening to them today and they had a good point. Like neither side seems to be doing kind of the right thing. Like you need to get in a room, figure it out, come out with at least come out and be civil to be able to say, hey, you know what, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but you know what, we agree on this and we agree on this and we agree on this, and start making steps to
well, they're partners, right, in this.
Yeah.
The team and the players are partners in this.
Yeah.
And they both stand to lose everything. So
yeah,
at this point, let's get them in a room.
Mm-hmm. Work out the basic ones. You're not going to work out all of the in-depth issues in one meeting, but let's work on some of the basics and then we can figure it out from there.
That sounds good to me.
All right, I like this. So we'll get more into depth on that, and of course we'll of course set these all up again as far as the bracket is concerned, and we'll go over a little bit of Esk's news from the last week.
Sounds great.
Awesome. So thank you all for joining us. Make sure that you follow us. Where do they find you, Superfan?
They can find me at 56 Parkies, and then the history at Esk's History.
Perfect. No, I have this wonderful little thing that tells me all of the scenes.
Pardon?
I have all of these things that tell me the scenes, but I just can't seem to, sometimes I just can't find what I need to press. All right. Make sure you follow the podcast at Esk Empire Pod, and of course on the Facebook page Eskimo Empire Podcast, where we will be posting all of the links to the football movie bracket. Make sure that you follow all of the great shows on the Alberta Podcast Network at albertapodcastnetwork.com.
There it
Yeah,
is.
you're very welcome. And for Commissioner Kayla and Superfan Mike, I'm Andrew. Remember, you can't catch footballs with your face, and we will absolutely talk to you in a couple of weeks.